guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make these adorable little paintbrush gnomes. You can use them on your tree, you can use them on a wreath, you can use them on packaging. They'd be great in a gift basket. They got little bendable legs, kind of like Gumby and Pokey. If you want to know how to make them, stick around. I'll show you how. Thanks for watching. Love you guys. Okay, I'm going to start with some 2-inch brushes. I got Dollar Tree, and then I'm just going to go ahead and paint the bristles with a Snow White chalk paint. And then just go ahead and turn them upside down in a jar to let them dry. Next, I'm going to take some fabric and I'm going to pin my pattern that I've given you in the description below. And this is going to be the pattern for the hat. And you are going to place the pattern on the fold to cut this out. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and glue it together. We're going to go ahead and glue down one side and fold over the side to face it. And then let that dry. Then we're just going to turn them right side out. And then we're just going to push it up over the handle all the way down until it covers up the gold part. And then just going to go ahead and put a little bit of glue on the front, the back, and the sides just to hold it in. Next, I'm taking some yarn. It's called Fur the Love by a company called Yarn Bee. And I'll give you the link for that as well. But just get close to the bottom as you can of that fabric. And we're just going to start building this up. So we're going to go around 3 full times up the hat. But don't overlap yet. We're going to wait till we get to the last 2 wraps to overlap them. So we're going to go 3 full turns around. And just kind of feather it up. Kind of fluff it up as you're going along. And now we're going to go over twice right through the center. On both sides. And then just go ahead and glue that in. And then next we're going to take a piece of string and I'm just going to go ahead and attach it to the top before I put the fur at the top so that I can hang this. Just tie it around a couple knots on it and then we're going to go ahead and just put a loop at the top so we can hang it. And then we're going to come back in with that same fur and we're going to make a pom-pom for the top. And we're just going to go around several times until it gets as thick as you want it. And this will help hold that string in as well. And then kind of squeeze it up a little bit there and then put some glue underneath. Next we're going to attach the nose. I'm just taking a 15mm half bead and I'm just gluing it right in the center up towards the fur. I'm going to make the legs and I'm just taking 2 pieces of 6 3/4 inch wire and that's what we're going to make the legs and attach the shoes to. So take your pliers and you're just going to wrap a little circle loop at the end of it and then make sure it is flat. Like it almost like it could stand up by itself. And then we're going to take 2 3/4 inch balls of the Sculpey 3 clay and we are just going to roll them up in a ball and that's what we're going to make our shoe with. Just going to roll it in a ball and then we are just going to stick it right on that wire and then you're going to go ahead and fill it in the bag to make sure it's completely sealed in. And then you can add a little shape to this if you want to. I'm just kind of pointing mine out just a little bit. But just make sure you get that completely sealed in so that does not come off. And then we're going to bake them at 275 degrees for 15 minutes. Okay, next I'm just going to paint a snowflake white for his hat. And for his legs, we're going to take 2 pieces of 1 3/4 by 3 inch fabric and we are going to hem up 1 short end and 1 long end. And this is going to be for his pants. Okay, then we're just going to fold them over into the center and glue them together. So you're just going to go right in the center of the back of them. Just make sure you don't get too much glue in it where it oozes out, because you want to be able to get that wire in there as well. Just kind of meet at the middle. And then we're just going to stick them right onto our wires, and we're going to glue them down to the shoes. And then put a little bit of glue at the top to hold it in. I do the same thing with the other leg. Okay, next we're going to take that same fur and we're just going to wrap it one time around the bottom part of his shoe, or the bottom of his pants leg. And then when we get done gluing these in, we're just going to kind of trim them up a little bit. And the best way to do this would be to go ahead and push all the fur outward and then just kind of trim a little bit of it off. Just kind of get it even though. With just too much fur, it was kind of covering up his shoes. Okay, then we're just going to go ahead and attach them right up into the center of that paintbrush. Just push them all the way up in there, and then we're going to glue them in. Just make sure that they go all the way to the top. Just kind of squeeze it in there a little bit, and then do the same thing with the other leg. And then put a little bit on the front to hold it in. Next, we're going to make his arms. We're just kind of making some little mittens, and I'm giving you the pattern for this as well. Just go around the bottom and the sides, and then just glue them together, facing each other. Okay, while those are drying, we're going to go ahead and make the arms. And I'm taking two pipe cleaners. I'm taking a white pipe cleaner and a black pipe cleaner, and just put it into your drill and turn it on slow so you can kind of get them twisted even. This gives you an even twist on these. And then we're going to go ahead and take our mitten and go ahead and turn the edge down about 1/4 of an inch all the way around and glue that down. That way we'll have a nice finished edge when we turn them right side out. And then do the same thing with the other one. Just kind of smooth it out. I'm using a popsicle stick to kind of curve it out. And then go ahead and take your pipe cleaner, put it in. And then we're just going to glue it in place. And then we're going to wrap a piece of baker's twine around it and tie that off in a bow. And then go ahead and put some glue right up underneath that bow so it doesn't come untied. And then do the same thing with the other one. Just fold it under about 1/4 of an inch and glue it down. And then I'm just turning mine right side out with pliers. It works good. And then take a popsicle stick to kind of curve it over. And then go ahead and glue it in as well. Now, I didn't cut it off yet in the middle because I want to see how long I want them. So you want to make sure you do the same thing just in case your hands are a little bit different or your pipe cleaner is a little bit shorter, just to make sure. These are 12-inch pieces of pipe cleaner. You just want his arm to be just a little bit above where the bottom of the paintbrush is, and I cut mine at 4 inches is what I ended up cutting mine at. And then I'm just going to take the side with some scissors and kind of open it up, and I'm going to slide that in there. Just make sure you get them exactly where you want them before you glue them in, and do the same thing with the opposite side. And then go ahead and just glue them in. Just kind of squish it together there. Okay, then we're going to attach our little snowflake right to the top part of his hat. And then I'm coming back in with my paint, and I'm just going to go ahead and paint in where I opened that up. And go ahead and kind of squeeze it together as you're going so it does close back up. And you could hot glue that as well, but the paint will close it up good. But just make sure you retouch up. All right, that was pretty easy. He's super cute. And if you like the video, be sure and give me a thumbs up because it really helps my channel. If you want to see future videos, be sure and subscribe and click the bell to be notified when I have a new video upload. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it.